Remember logging in to play Pokémon Brick Bronze only to be slapped with a content deleted screen? From DMCA strikes to instant ban exploit traps, Roblox's ban hammer swings fast. In the next 12 minutes, we'll uncover every banned title, why it vanished, and how to keep your account safe. Tap like and hit subscribe so you don't miss our next dive. Grab your Bloxy Cola. We're entering Roblox's Forbidden Zone. Ready? Let's go! It starts with Roblox's 3-step safety system. AI filters scan every upload, a human review team checks anything flagged, and millions of player reports pour in every day. If a copyright owner spots their work, they fire a DMCA notice, a legal takedown request, and the experience can vanish in minutes. Next came the 2024-25 content maturity labels. Any game tag 13+ is hidden from kid accounts, and direct messages for under 13s are switched off by a default. Creators may appeal, but unless Roblox made a clear mistake, most bans stick. Put it together and you get 3 fast tracks to deletion. First, copyright infringement. Second, player safety violations. For example, exploits, hate speech, auto-ban traps. And third, developer pull-downs after hacks or drama. Every banned title on our list fell through one of these doors. First, the copyright hammer. 5 of Roblox's biggest fan-made hits were wiped because they leaned too hard on someone else's intellectual property. Let's run the timeline. Brick Bronze was the Pokémon RPG on Roblox. 8 gyms, full 3D models, and tens of thousands of players at once. Then on April 18th, 2018, it vanished. A DMCA from the Pokémon company delisted the game, the group, and every badge. Overnight, years of progress were gone. The devs' Llama Train studio went silent, until they returned with Lumion Legacy, an original monster battler built from scratch. 3 months later, Nintendo struck again. Project Pokémon, the first major Kanto remake on Roblox, was shut down after 5 years online. Creator Wishes Ziz confirmed the takedown. Copyright reasons. Players scrambled to save copies, but Roblox's filter started blocking the word Pokémon from even being used in new game titles. The message was loud and clear. If Nintendo didn't license it, it wasn't coming back. In 2020, another major title fell, Survivor. It copied the CBS show's format a little too closely. Tribal votes, immunity challenges, the whole thing. On September 17th, after 261 million visits, a DMCA complaint took it down. The developers didn't waste time. Within 3 weeks, they relaunched the same game as Outlaster. Same gameplay, no CBS logos. Nintendo's purge wasn't done yet. On August 14th, 2018, Roblox removed multiple Mario-themed fan games, like Paper Mario Roleplay and Mario Kart Dash, which had over 5 million visits combined. Developer Dogon said he got a direct copyright warning. Within hours, every Mario sound effect, model, and decal vanished. Even today, titles with Mario or Kart in them tend to get flagged for extra review. And finally, fast forward to 2025. Huz RNG was blowing up on the front page, an anime-themed random item simulator. But on May 29th, it disappeared. The devs told Discord they were working with Roblox to fix flagged assets and promised a relaunch. Fans suspect unlicensed anime aura effects triggered the ban. A petition to bring it back crossed 1,000 verified signatures in days. Whether it returns intact or rebrands as Aura's RNG, one thing's clear. DMCA strikes are still very real in 2025. Notice the pattern? Each takedown followed the same 3-step chain. Unlicensed IP surfaces in a trending game. Rights holder files DMCA. Roblox deletes first, asks questions later. If your dream project lifts art, sounds, or names from a mega franchise, history says it's living on borrowed time. That's the copyright kill feed. Up next, games that got banned for player safety violations. Think instant ban exploits and condo crackdowns. Copyright strikes aren't the only threat. Some Roblox experiences are weapons built to crash clients, force-type slurs, or trick moderation into thinking you broke the rules. Here are 3 headline cases. It started with Crosswoods. Back in 2022, it looked like just another troll obby, but by late 2024, clones were everywhere hiding under random names. The script was deadly simple. It opened a fake chat box, filled it with hate speech, and auto-reported every player in the game. Result? Instant account deletion, sometimes every alt you ever logged in with. Victims posted entire libraries, 5-year mains, group holders, even trade bots, gone in one click. Roblox usually restores accounts on appeal, but cleanup can take weeks, and fresh Crosswoods IDs appear daily. Rule of thumb: if a stranger spams you with "join this cool games," don't. Then came the condo crackdown. These games bundled voice chat, spicy decals, and sketchy dating features. After Roblox was blasted in the press as a child grooming hellscape, They overhauled everything in November 2024. Under 13 DMs got shut down. Games without a content maturity tag stopped showing up for kids. And a new 4-tier rating system, minimal, mild, moderate, and restricted, locked adult content behind age verification. Overnight, thousands of hangouts disappeared from search. Devs scrambled to retag, clean up, or just start over. The ones who ignored the maturity questionnaire? Roblox pulled the plug without warning. So yeah, if you're building a social game, fill out the maturity quiz. It's not optional. The 2025 termination exploit. On May 12th, a Football League dev named Ozinome logged in and got dropped to the desktop. Terminated. Within 48 hours, every developer on his team and even his Discord bots were banned. A dev forum whistleblower traced it to a paid service that abuses moderation loopholes to false flag accounts for extreme content they never posted. Screenshots show price lists for delete a user jobs circulating in private Discords. Roblox eventually reinstated some victims, but many were left with silence, auto emails, and no answers. The whole thing proved one terrifying point. Even trusted devs can be collateral damage if moderation relies too heavily on automation. Want to stay off the ban radar? Here's your survival checklist. Follow it like your account depends on it. Because it does. Turn off allow random invites. Use an alt for unknown links. Verify age to see maturity ratings, then decide if you really need to join. Back up your place files and DevX proofs regularly. Those are the traps that ban you first and ask questions never, but sometimes the ban hammer falls because the developer themselves pulls the trigger. Next up, the games that imploded from inside, dupe hacks, drama, and full-on rage quits. Don't go AFK. Sometimes a ban doesn't come from Roblox at all. It's not a takedown from headquarters, it's a meltdown from the inside. Either the devs slam the red button themselves, or the community tears the game apart. Here are two wild examples. Back in 2020, Stand Upright was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure battleground. Rare stands, arrow gacha, and over 80 million visits. Then someone found a dupe exploit that could clone any item. The market collapsed. Trading became worthless, and the dev Enwar made a brutal call. Total data wipe. The community went nuclear. Within hours, the game page, Trello, and Discord were shut down. Not by Roblox, but by the developer himself. No rollbacks, no patchwork, just a full shutdown. Today, there are fan games and unofficial sequels floating around, but the original Stand Upright is gone. Proof that one unchecked exploit can make a creator pull the plug on their own empire. And then there was Raise a Floppa, a meme sim where clicking a cube-shaped cat earns you money. It launched in April 2022 and blew up. But just days later, Roblox nuked it for scamming. They misread the line, "click the floppa for money," as a real cash scheme. The devs appealed and the game was back in 2 days. But that was only the beginning. On May 1st, someone filed a fake DMCA to get the game taken down again. By May 4th, it was back. Then on May 21st, another review flagged it for discriminatory content. 2 days later, restored again. In a single month, the game was deleted, revived, and deleted again. 3 times for 3 different reasons. None of them were what the dev intended. By the 6th comeback, the creator Shiro Shogun tweeted that the stress was worse than finals week, and fast-tracked Raise a Floppa 2 just to avoid future takedowns. If you're building for the front page, learn these 3 hard truths before disaster hits. Exploit or ticking time bombs. If dupes ruin the economy, sometimes a full wipe and rebuild is the cleanest way forward. Write clear descriptions. Moderation bots take every word literally. Meme jokes can trigger scam filters. Double check every copyright claim. DMCA impersonation is real. Keep receipts, log assets, and appeal fast if a fake takedown hits. So far we've seen bans from lawyers, trolls, and even the devs themselves. But what happens after the dust clears? Fan revivals, rebrands, and black market servers coming up in our next chapter. When a favorite game gets deleted, most Roblox players don't just log off. They fight back. Some fans bring the game back themselves. After Pokémon Brick Bronze disappeared, players spun up web launchers and offsite copies. The biggest is Project Bronze Forever. It runs on its own launcher and even has a full wiki and dedicated Discord community. Since it's not on Roblox, takedowns can't touch it. As long as you're willing to install it yourself, other devs clean up the copyright and come back stronger. Survivor relaunched as Outlaster, same betrayal and backstabbing, no CBS trademarks. And when Huz RNG got flagged in 2025, it returned as Aura's RNG with new sprites and a safer name. Sometimes the community steps in. A change.org petition called Huz RN Comeback hit 1,000 signatures fast. Devs posted updates on Discord, and the message was clear. A loud fanbase can help reverse a ban, and if none of that works, players head underground, Private Discord servers host leaked files, launcher patches, and invite links. Brick Bronze has multiple backup hubs, some with over 600,000 members, but Roblox keeps hunting them, deleting one link while devs launch the next behind a CAPTCHA wall. So whether it's a remake, a rebrand, or a rogue upload, banned games never really vanish. They just respawn somewhere else. But remember, those shortcuts come with real risks. Viruses, lost data, and zero support if things go wrong. We've seen the bans, we've seen the comebacks. But after 17 years of takedowns and false flags, it all comes down to this. 3 survival rules every Roblox player and dev needs to know. Learn them now, or learn the hard way. Rule 1. Know the difference between inspiration and infringement. Loving a game doesn't mean you can borrow from it. If your build uses Pokemon sprites, Mario coins, or JoJo stands, you're standing on borrowed time. The copyright bots don't care about nostalgia. Swap in original art now, or risk a midnight takedown that erases everything you've made. Rule 2. It's an arms race, and safety comes first. Exploits evolve faster than Roblox's filters. From Crossfit-style traps to ban-for-hire scams, griefers will weaponize any loophole they find. Creators. Audit third-party models and keep HTTP requests locked down. Players. Treat unknown links like malware. Use an alt account or don't click at all. Rule 3. Back. Up. Everything. Whether it's a moderation mistake or a hacker targeting your map, off-platform backups are your only safety net. Export your place files. Save your GFX. Archive your DevX receipts. Keep a changelog. If your game ever gets wiped, you'll have what you need to rebuild or appeal. Follow those 3 rules and you'll dodge most ban hammers, legal, automated, or self-inflicted. But before we log off, there's one more way you can protect your creations and support this channel. Which forbidden Roblox game did you sneak into before it vanished? Drop its name and your wildest escape story in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. And remember, back up your builds. Nothing on Roblox lasts forever. Thanks for watching and see you soon.